to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action now. Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. From the red zone now, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Again, it's Cousins. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. That's no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The 26-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Cousins. Finding some room in midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 34 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Thomas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11. Big 13. Big 13.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking long for Westbrook. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball. Without it being too exotic, meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
11. 12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the 1st-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 19. To the air again, Burrow. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow will throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. They'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Thomas. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now Joe Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Rolling to his right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get this out to his running back, Perine. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Perine. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Samaje Perine taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not a recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, it's Cook, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A 1st down throw for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight end.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Following the interception, Cousins able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Cousins now from the 50. Throw caught there by Osborne. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Cousins completes it to the fullback hand. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, here's P. Ryan. Broken tackle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a